What's up, Jake? Moot, Mom. I thought I'd do a video of the garden. Jake was asking. Probably have to put it on YouTube because you can't. I can't send these. Anyway, there's some more of the logs I got in that chip drop. I'll show you. Anyway, so well, guess you gotta get a good look first. So I got a bunch of barrels from work, so I've been filling them up. I'll show you my little mix I've been doing for the potty mix. I kind of got it down because there was some guys growing some weed in Orland, and I bought some of these off of them for $3, and it's pretty good stuff. I put some of my pepper plants in there, and they like took off. So I learned that you need that perlite and stuff in there for the aeration. Hope it's not too windy to be doing a video, but got beets, lots of beets. When I first got these barrels, I did some beets and the carrots, everything that's pretty tall. I pretty much did first. These were some black radishes. If one of them feels big, I might pull it out now. Those still small, but that was full with these black radishes that get big like carrots. The beets, they're not too big. If you look in there, let's see, move that. If you look at it, they're not that big. So I'm letting them grow, but Blanca's been using the leaves. Look in there, they're just little guys. I thought beets are supposed to get bigger. And I got carrots. Oh, wait until you see these carrots I'm growing. Got some Brussels sprouts growing. More beets. Those are these red radishes. They're good. They grow red. You can see them in there. Watch this. I'm trying to find a big one. That one's okay. That one's okay. This is our favorite carrot so far. Oh, pretty good. Hold on. I guess one of these is gonna be the biggest right now. But look at that. Carrots, and they're purple. They're delicious too. Nice and soft. The store carrots are patooey. I'm sorry, I got this hair or something in my mask. It's blowing around. Okay, but where was I? So yeah, those carrots, they still need to grow some more. But I'm mainly growing in pots. Mainly. Those are more radishes. I'm doing succession planting so that some of the stuff that's been growing good that we like to eat, kind of space it out about a month so that we make sure we always have some. Of course, it'll grow different as the weather changes, but we'll figure it out. Like those are some radishes I just started. That's like those two are radishes, and I think the other ones over there are more beets coming. Got some strawberries in those two. I'll get a little closer, but those are just experiments. I got some cauliflower and broccoli. I started late just to see how it grows into this spring. But this is one of another batch of my potting soil. As you can see, it's got the perlite and everything in there, and it's pretty good. What I'll usually do is, what I've been doing is I'll take some of the potting soil I've been using, or just that I've made, and I'll remix it with a little bit of sphagnum moss, some rice hulls, some of these rice hulls here, and there's a bag of vermiculite and perlite, which is almost gone. I got another bag, and then I'll put it here and I'll mix it all up like that there. And then when I cut some more of those barrels you see over there, those will be getting cut up. And I got some already in half, as you can see. I'll just fill more stuff up. And here, Jake, is some of the onions. We got a lot of onions, but here's some of the onions that have been growing. I got them mulched with leaves and they grow a little better. Those are leeks. They're going kind of slow, but they're getting there. Those are mulched with leaves. And then if you YouTube winter sowing, Jake, it's pretty interesting. They do it in milk jugs where they cut the milk jug in half, fill it with dirt, put holes in the top of the cap, and then duct tape it shut. And they're starting their seedlings like out in the snow. I tried it, duct taping them, and they don't like it sealed off too much. So I just put some bigger holes on top, as you can see, and they seem to be breathing okay. When they don't breathe good, they'll get cooked. So I got like some lettuce, some broccoli, some cilantro's in there somewhere. That right there is peppercress. It grows like crazy. I like the taste. Peppercress, some spinach, or some chamomile, a couple of different herbs, and a little bit of the cabbage family I'm growing in there. I tried 2 peppers, but like that's habanero. It's not growing. I think that's over there is jalapeno, but that was just an experiment to see if I can get them to grow while it's cold, and they might sprout up. That's just an experiment with some fava bean I'm going to be using as like a cover crop to put nutrients back in the soil. This is some of my old things. I don't really use those anymore, but that one's still in pretty good shape. So we're growing in that right now. That's a endive. It's a leafy green and a kale. I think there's a couple spinaches starting in there. That's parsley. And that's supposed to be chives, but they're not growing right now. In this area, I had some pole beans growing up these poles, but they didn't do so well in the heat. We're going to try again with something that climbs up there a little better. I used to mix my dirt here. That's the last pile I did. I didn't get that all up, but I might mix some more. But all these that are filled up have you could see in there. It's all got potting soil that I've mixed up. That's where I'm gonna grow some sweet potatoes, Jake. When I get some of the slips I'm making, I'm gonna grow them in there, and that way you just dump them out. If you look on YouTube, you'll see you can grow the potatoes in a container. It's pretty easy because you just have them in there and then you dump them out and harvest them. We did it in 1 or 2, and we didn't water them that well, but we got some. This is onions and garlic, mostly garlic, Jake. Again, mulched with the leaves. Once I mulch with leaves, things start really doing a lot better. That's onions and a few leeks scattered in there. But again, mulch with the leaves. Haven't decided what I'm gonna do with that bed just yet, but it's ready to go. This is one of my first. This needs to be remixed. It's kind of hard stuff, as you can see. If I want to move it, I gotta get in there with the shovel. So I'll probably redo that one. More onions, mulched with leaves. Those ones in the back, I'm gonna take out and redo. That's actually some of the older soil. I bought this mix. It's really pretty, but it doesn't have the growing properties in it. It's decent. But once you put some more perlite and some more, what do they call it, organic matter in there, it does a lot better. It doesn't compact. This is some of that stuff too. So what I would do, for instance, is take this barrel and that barrel, since they need to be redid. I go over there, dump it where that pile is, and then dump about half a bale of the sphagnum moss, a little bit. I've got an old Kool-Aid pitcher that I'll kind of scoop out a couple scoops of perlite, a couple scoops of vermiculite, a couple of scoops of the rice hulls, maybe add a little bit of fertilizer, depending on what I plan on doing with that particular batch. Mix it all up real good, and it's ready to go in the pot. This, Jake, I think you've seen these. These are the 400-gallon planters. That's leeks on this side growing. Those 3 are garlic, but those are leeks. These are onion starts that I got from Walmart. We had a whole bag, so I just stuck them in there. Most of them with leaves, and look at them. I've done that within the last month, so they're gonna catch up with the other ones. But that's good, so we won't have onions all at the same time. This is a batch I'm gonna remix. Maybe plant some potatoes in there. And I might have something growing up in this area, like out of the pots, but that would shade this area, so I don't know. And this is all I have left for the ground, Jake. It's probably 6 by 10. And I think I'm gonna grow some loofah sponge up that way, and hopefully it grows back over on top. I'm gonna reinforce it up there because they need places to hang down. And then I don't know really. I'm gonna use some of the logs. I think I'm gonna make a mound here and a mound here. Maybe one more mound, at least 2 mounds. And then I'm gonna use some of those logs as pathways, because when you walk on this, you kind of compact the dirt anyway, and I would like to stay off of it. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Here's my brassicas, cabbage, and there's some Brussels sprouts in there, and also some cauliflower and broccoli, but I can't tell which is which out of the cauliflower and broccoli. I just know it's not cabbage. Like this one, not cabbage. That's cabbage, not cabbage. Cabbage, not cabbage. Not cabbage. That's cabbage. Cabbage. This is a Brussels sprout. So you look in there. They're starting to grow in the little armpits. This one is weird. If you look at the armpits of that one, it's not forming nice little Brussels sprouts. It's almost like really leafy. But as you can see, I'm battling the bugs fairly decent, but some not as good as others. I think I'm gonna go and reclip that, because that kind of stresses the plants out when there's a lot of chewing going on. I use neem oil when I can. Some big old weeds I gotta deal with too, but I'm just letting them grow right now. And I grew some tomatoes in there. I don't know what I had. Sunflowers growing right here last year. I'm not gonna put them here this year. I'm gonna put them in other places. But I'll grow some more shade-loving things right there, because probably, if you can see here, hold on. I got the stakes there, so I'll probably put some tomatoes growing up those stakes. And yeah, what else? Still big work in progress, but these containers make it easier as far as just getting things started. You just get them in there, and they do pretty well. What else? I'm gonna be growing in the front too. I'm just gonna pick like some patches. I think I'm gonna be goji berries. These are going in. Most of these are gonna go in the ground. If you look up goji berries, they're supposed to be pretty healthy for you. I got quite a few. The bigger plants made it through last year. Produced a little, maybe a couple teaspoons of goji berries, but they're not supposed to produce their first year anyway. There's our chickens. Yeah, I'm growing over here. Little something. Probably get a little more going. This thing. Got our peas. They're actually producing some too. We got them covered a little bit because of the freeze. But here's some of the new ones I've been putting in here in this little bucket, because they're gonna grow up all the sticks. I put a branch in there for them to grow up the side here in the shade, because they'll die in the summer if it gets too hot. But yeah, we got some in there. Definitely flowering. Where is it? Right here. We got one. Look, could eat them right off of there. Looks like somebody has been. Anyway, and then we got more. This needs to be mulch, but I think those are garlic. See, you see the difference? Those are been put in at the same time as those other ones, but they're not mulch, so they're not doing as good. Haven't put nothing in there yet. This was my greenhouse, but the outside was too cheap. But as time goes on, I'll probably get some planters over here, some shade loving, stuff. Oh, which reminds me, I got some strawberry starts I left in the back of my truck. What else can I show you guys?